Alright guys, welcome back. Today is the day I finally get to start on my staircase. I have been waiting months to do this. So in the last video you saw I had all my tubes pre-cut. This is how I got that figured out. I made a mock-up in wood, and what that allows me to do is just take it back apart, take the wood to the metal guy. He can lay it on top of the 6x6 tubing, mark it, cut it, and it's exactly the same as mine. I would cut them, but I don't have a saw that'll cut through a 6x6 tube. Also, what this does is, since they're screwed together, everything is set, true angles, it's all perfect. When I take it back apart, I'll lay it right on top of the tubing, lay it on the floor, and tack weld everything together. And if I can get it to match all those angles, absolutely perfect. The metal should sit just like the wood does. Alright, so that's my next step. I'm going to get this thing taken back apart and we'll get all these tubes welded together. Welcome to Build It Right. My name is TJ. I have been in construction well over 20 years now, and one of the best parts is I got to do it all standing right next to my father. And that man, he taught me how to do it right. And now I want to take everything I've learned and pass it on to you and help you get your project done. So come on, let's go. Alright guys, so this is what I was talking about. I took them down while leaving all this stuff screwed together, so I know all I got to do is kind of match it up so it matches everywhere while keeping all these ends lined up, and just tack it together. So that's our step one to get this thing. I want it to be absolutely perfect, all the angles. You know, even if I had a CAD program and punched it in the computer, everything, you're still relying on people to make all these angle cuts perfect. This way, I know it's all true and straight before I even get it all put together and welded up. Alright guys, so we are on day number 2. Yesterday, or late afternoon, I got this one built, and it's kind of temporarily mounted to the floor, and I just got it screwed into the wall for now. But everything here turned out perfect. This angle is perfect. We're perfectly level that way. So my next step is to get the big heavy one up. Okay, that was heavy, but it does fit. It's perfect. All my angles fit. Fits the top, fits the bottom. I got to do just a touch tweaking, and we'll get ready to bolt it all together. Guys, so are you starting to figure out what's going on here? So these are obviously these. What I did is I welded 4 nuts inside of those. And the top plate that sits on it will bolt down to these. In order to get these on, I put this piece of wood back on because I actually have marks on it exactly where these are supposed to sit. That was all figured out ahead of time. So I'll just show you how I put these on, and we'll go from there. First, I set it here. I got 2 magnets here. I'm lined up with my marks just like I'm supposed to be. Make sure it's nice and square. I'm going to check it for level. So this one says this back corner's got to come up a little bit. And the reason for that is these tubes, they got a little crown in them, which is not a big deal. So since this back corner's got to come up, if I put my first spot weld over here, just the heat of that spot weld will take and lift this back corner up for me. Now that that one's done, I am almost dead on level. I got to pull that back down just a tiny bit, and then I'll tack this back corner. So we are dead perfect to run them this way. Now we got to do it this way. So it says right now it's leaning forward. That is what you do not want on a slippery set of steps. So in order to correct that, take the magnets off. Got a little screwdriver. Right there, that's all it takes. I'll put a spot weld here and here, and it should hold it. There it is. Okay, we got it. Everything is absolutely perfect now. So obviously I'm just tacking everything together, and then I'll unbolt it down here, unbolt it up there, and I'll carry it back to a nice flat table where I can weld it all together. Alright guys, so I got them down, they're on the bench here. Got the first one all welded up. This is a small one, thought I'd tackle that one first. You guys are welcome to rate my welds if you want. They're probably not the best you've ever seen on the internet, but I'm not a professional and I think they're pretty darn good. Alright guys, you can see yesterday was a big day. We took them all down, we sanded all the welds down, retouched up some welds if we had to, then got them all painted, primed and painted, and put them back up, and I think they look awesome. So if you guys are interested to know what I'm using for paint and primer, I'll show you. So as far as primer goes, I use this stuff on just about everything I build. I love this stuff. It sprays nice, it's very durable, and it sticks to almost anything. And then for a top coat, I use this. It's the ALK 200. This is actually a satin black finish, and I chose that because all of our doors upstairs and some of the woodwork is going to be a satin black, so this will all pull together right through the upstairs. Alright, so each step is held on by 4 7/16 bolts, so it should be quite solid when it's all done. Okay guys, we made it to the top. We're gonna call it quits for the week. I'm going home. In the next video, you'll probably actually see the entire finished product of them steps. I don't think I'm gonna bore you guys with just bolting the wood steps down, but my next step, I gotta put the wood steps on and also build the railing. In the next video, you will see the finished product, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.